We are focused on putting our players and game creators first in everything we do. No matter if you choose to play on Xbox, PC, or over the cloud, all gamers are welcome here at Xbox.
Gracias.
When it comes to our consoles, we have heard your feedback on two fronts. First, we have significantly increased our supply of Xbox Series X, making it easier for fans to find globally. Second, we know you've wanted more storage with Xbox Series S, and I'm excited to share we have some news there as well.
Bueno, más noticias sobre la Xbox Series S.
Bien, la Xbox. The most powerful console. Teraflops de potencia. Quick resume. FPS boost. SSD. La bestia blanca. Es la bestia blanca, Canius. Vea la bestia negra.
Negro, carbón negro.
Qué bueno, vea Canius. La bestia blanca se hizo negra ahora. Qué cool está esa Xbox Series S. Es la suya, Saúl. La tiene que comprarse usted.
And now for the one more thing you've all been waiting for. Prepare for the most comprehensive deep dive we've ever done for the biggest game we've ever built. So sit tight and enjoy Starfield Direct.
No sé si lo mejoraron. No sé, la verdad. Hay que repasar esa info. Starfield.
Ok.
Soto.
Esto sí es nuevo,
Cuidado,
Esto
Soto.
es nuevo,
Esto es Starfield, eso es algo que nadie ha visto hasta el momento. De ya, este preciso momento, Bethesda, Game Studios,
Respeto un pinchazo de Bethesda.
Microsoft. Bethesda ha estado sólido iterando juegos.
Thank you so much for joining us today, and welcome to Bethesda Game Studios. You know, we've been so lucky over the decades to make the kind of games that we love here, and that's thanks to all of you, from the Elder Scrolls to Fallout. We love creating these worlds and playing in them just as much as you do. And throughout all that time, we'd often talk about and dream up the space game. What if we could take that feeling of being who you want to be and exploring a new world, but set it in space, where you weren't really limited in where you could go or what you could do? And that is Starfield. Obviously, we've come a long way since then with the games we've built, our technology, and all of us here in the studio. We've done so much together, but, well, we've never tried to make a game like this. Today, you'll get to hear from many on the team and see so much of what we think makes our game special. So let's jump in and take a look.
Wow. Capitán, vea. Eso
Starfield is our first new universe in over 25 years, but it's still a Bethesda RPG through and through, where you step into a new world and you get that feeling of unlimited possibilities. But this time, it's not just one world. It's over 1,000 worlds. Because the choice of where to go, it's not ours, it's yours. And it wasn't until now that we had the technology to create it. From the rocks at your feet, to the mountains in the distance, to the people and creatures that live in these worlds. That isn't just a backdrop. That moon is actually there orbiting the planet. Yes, you can visit it too. We realistically simulate the galaxy around you. Our next-generation lighting model uses real-time global illumination to light the world based on the type of star and the makeup of the planet's atmosphere.
Okay. Y toda la luz es distinta porque cada sol
We also have
da luz
an
distinta.
all-new animation
Entonces, cada
system.
lugar que usted esté, depende de qué parte del universo,
you can
todo se
play
va a ver
in third
distinto.
person.
diferente.
Sí.
Vean los animales, man.
And you can play it in first person.
Oh!
Bethesda siempre hace
We
eso.
love exploration and rewarding it,
¿Cómo
but
se ve
we
el arma,
do
man?
explore differently in this
Man,
game,
está
given its
masivo este
scale.
juego, man.
That usually involves exploring an area you've landed in. You can collect resources,
Gente que adora jugar Fallout 4 como un shooter, solo puede jugar como un shooter y es
do a
increíble.
mission, and
Man,
maybe
los
even
gráficos de este
stumble
juego,
upon
man.
something unexpected.
Esta hora se ve increíble, man. Es Next Gen pura, man.
Buena arma. Buen shooting, man. Muy buen shooting.
Oh, qué cool, man. Sí, ahora sí la reventó este evento. Ahora sí.
Frenético.
De corazón, Xbox.
Me recuerda como, no sé por qué me recuerda a Halo un poquito.
La shooter más bueno, man. Más está exquisito este juego. No lo
We
puedo
do
creer,
love
man.
stuff and all of the items allowing you to pick everything up.
Ok.
And you can view
Eso
all
es
that
muy- eso es muy de
in your
Fallout.
data menu. This
Coger
is the
comida,
hub
coger
for
todas las
everything
cosas que hay
you're doing,
alrededor,
from your
agarrarlas.
skills to your ship,
Todas las
your
va a ocupar,
missions,
man.
and your inventory. We love to pack
Oh.
a ton of detail in every object,
Qué
from
lindas
all of
armas,
your
man. Lindas
weapons
estéticas, man.
to spacesuits.
Ellos
to
siempre han
food.
hecho armas
We
así,
just obsess over the details and food. We
inventadas,
obsess over food.
diseñadas por ellos mismos, pero
When you're
esas que
done
están muy
exploring,
bien.
you can walk back or fast travel to your ship. We have companions and crew you can take with you. I left Vasco here back at my ship,
Welcome back, Captain Howard.
and he can even say your name. Let's head out.
Ok. Se puede ir para otra parte.
Our mission was to convey the wonder and majesty of space exploration, to evoke the romance of the golden age of early spaceflight. And we've been referring to this approach as NASA Punk. This means a design language where the
NASA
tech
Punk.
is advanced, yet still looks grounded and relatable. For us, it's that contrast, that's where the visual interest is. Obviously the NASA, which is the rigid, hard function over style, and then Punk, which is all about style. You can see that visual
Con
style
todo
coming
sobre lo
through
que
in
es
your
estilo.
ship. Your ship is your home for you
Yeah,
and your
es
crew.
su nave,
And
es
like
su casa,
many of the
es
spaces in
su
the
nave.
game, it has a slightly retro and analog touch. A bit of
Todo se
lo-fi
ve
rather
retro
than
y análogo.
sci-fi,
Sci-fi.
where everything is
Pura
well
ciencia
used,
ficción.
worn, and lived in.
Alrighty. What's the plan, Captain?
Alright, what's the plan, Captain?
This is your star
This is
map.
the star
It
map.
starts with the planet you're currently on. You can see all of its info and resources. You can choose a landing spot or fast travel to known locations. Backing out further, you can view all the planets in the system.
Ahí todo me
Obviously, the
recuerda
game
mucho,
is
mucho, o sea,
big,
como se
and
ve,
here you can see planets that have key locations, missions, or life on
Se
them,
llama
versus the many planets that are barren but resource heavy.
Luego de Shepard.
Zoom out even
Holy
further to see
man.
all the systems in this part of the galaxy.
Ma, esto es
Here
increíble.
you can plot a course to
Eso
ones
era una
that
sola
are light
galaxia,
years
es un
away.
sistema solar
This
ahí.
uses your ship's grav drive to fold space and jump to these
Hay un montón de
systems.
sistemas solares en
You'll
esa
need to
galaxia.
upgrade your ship and skills if you want to jump to the most distant ones. But for now, we'll plot a course to the Alpha
Mire,
Centauri
man,
system
qué cool,
where we
man.
can find the city of New Atlantis.
Esto está demasiado impresionante. Esto va a ser GOTY. Esto es GOTY, man. No hay un juego como este así, man. No lo tiene nadie, man.
While we scan your ship's cargo. Scan complete. You are cleared for landing at New Atlantis.
Qué bueno, qué bien eso.
Bien, la X.
As soon as you land in the city of New Atlantis, your eyes are guided upwards to just these boundless, vast buildings.
It's the biggest city we've ever made, not just in size, but also in the amount of custom art, crowds, and quests.
So the main focus when we're designing a city is obviously what supports the story. We try and tell as many small stories as possible.
This is a Colony War memorial.
It's a few moments of gameplay that make the space feel like it's full of real characters that are going about their day-to-day lives.
It's paralyzing if you really stop and think about it.
Buddy, it's coffee.
It's also where your adventure with Constellation begins.
Wow. Eso fue lo que enseñaron la vez pasada.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about.
By the time you meet them, Constellation is sort of seen as this mythical group. Most people don't even know they exist anymore. They're the last true explorers in the galaxy, and they're trying to find the answers to some of humanity's biggest questions.
The artifacts are so different, so alien, and I'm certain one of them reached out and spoke to you. The artifact, if you could place it on the table here.
Oh my god, look at how it's coming together. That means there's a set built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
It's definitely an eclectic cast of characters. You've got Sarah Morgan, the ex-soldier and adventurer, now Constellation's leader. Mateo, the theologian who believes that there's definitely something else out there. Noel, the gifted scientist and Sarah Morgan's protege. And Walter, a very successful businessman in the settled systems and Constellation's financier.
Anything goes as long as you have money.
There's also Vlad, the ex-pirate. Sam Coe, the former space cowboy.
Un ex-pirata y un ex-space cowboy, un vaquero del espacio.
The journey you take with Constellation is just the first of many you'll embark on. The settled systems is home to all kinds of different stories, people, and adventures for you to uncover.
Wow.
Quiero explorar esos mundos, man. Quiero ver todo eso, man. Yo no puedo esperar ya. Quiero andar por ahí.
The United Colonies is where you'll find New Atlantis, the first major human settlement in space. The people who live here value law, discipline, and the legacy of humanity. They consider themselves the true children of Earth.
You ever think of joining up with the Vanguard? Help the United Colonies, maybe get your use of citizenship?
New Atlantis isn't the only city within the United Colonies. The city of Sidonia on Mars to this day serves as the largest mining facility for the United Colonies.
Tienen que ponerse creativos para crear muchos mundos, pero se pueden cometer el error de a veces de exagerar.
Beyond the United Colonies reach,
Pero bueno,
you might find yourself in a much more wild and independent coalition of star systems. This is Freestar Collective Space. The capital of the Freestar Collective is Aquila City.
The Stone Root Inn is an Aquila City fixture.
A ranger relies on judgment and intuition to do what's best for the people.
Neon started out as a fishing platform, but is now known throughout the settled systems as a pleasure city, where almost anything goes.
If you've got morality issues, this definitely isn't the job for you.
Todo eso me recuerda mucho Mass Effect. Ese era el juego que quería acordarme, Mass Effect. La parte planetaria me recuerda mucho, incluso ese estilo de juego,
Outside the bounds of civilized space, there are still plenty of unclaimed systems to explore, but these areas are also home to the most hostile factions in the galaxy.
Este tipo de sociedad con distintas clases sociales y...
Este juego sí han enseñado, este juego sí. Todo lo que han enseñado, gameplays, de todo, man.
This is the face of a brave runner here to challenge the red line.
They think the galaxy is theirs. They are wrong. It belongs to the Crimson Fleet. It always has.
In Starfield, we're pushing our cities and settlements further than we ever have before. It's all there, waiting for you. A slice of humanity's future.
So, ready to get out there?
Throughout the galaxy, there are so many things to see and stories to experience.
Me gusta mucho esa arma,
is the one that you tell. I'm the type of person who spends hours in character creation, and I think people are going to be really excited when they see all of the improvements we've made. One of the biggest overhauls was done through our character generation system. We scanned a wide range of faces from different age groups and ethnicities, and by mixing and matching all that data, we were able to create highly detailed and diverse characters.
We use that exact system to create all the characters and NPCs you're going to see in the game. So any character you see almost always is a character you could make yourself.
Sí, mezclaron varias etnicidades para...
Varias etnias diferentes.
Sí, entonces usted no sabe que si es un chino, un moreno, hay gente que...
Easy. You were out
Hay
cold.
nuevas razas.
Por ejemplo.
No physical damage. Mentally, the jury's still out.
Eso es como oriental y
You know
más
who you
blanco,
are?
pero...
New recruit for Argos Extractors? Ring any
Ignorancia y
bells?
combinación entre humanos
Any of
y
this
aliens
look
y todo.
familiar?
Creo que no, creo que este juego se basa en la
You start your
humanidad
character creation
explorando el
journey as though
universo
you're cycling through employee
y
records.
encontrando vida
You'll
que son
pick from a
bichos,
lineup of 40
cosas
presets,
que
and
dominar,
that'll be
pero
your starting point.
Pues no han enseñado nada así como una especie de...
ya se encuentran en un enemigo, la cosa cambia.
Your journey from there
Digamos,
can
de
be as
momento no han
detailed
enseñado
or as
nada
quick
así
as you want it to
alienígena
be.
ni...
This new
Otra
system
raza,
has more
sí.
to offer
Bueno,
than ever before.
monstrillos,
Sí, monstrillos,
pero no otra
It's
raza
also the
inteligente,
simplest
no,
character generation system ever had. We let the player get as close as possible to
Mismo
make
viendo yo que una
whatever they want.
organización
With
y la
the
ciudad
various
que va a
facial
llegar
morphs
como
you can blend
10
together,
años,
the dermesthetic and makeup, blemishes, scars, piercings, teeth settings.
It's a NASA punk.
But I think it's the most fun
O
to
sea,
use.
pega la NASA de los descubrimientos que
Character
que
creation
seguro
is
se dan.
more than just how you look. This is also where you start to decide who you want to be. That's where backgrounds come in.
No pueden meter razas
Backgrounds
que
give you a bit of
no nos
backstory
hayan
and
publicado
start you out with
todavía
pretty
ahí,
basic skills.
de
From
alienígenas.
chef to dusty. You know, the crew still has a betting pool about which restaurant critic you must have crossed to wind up here.
What's great about backgrounds is you never know when yours is going to come in handy. You could be in the middle of a fancy restaurant talking to some guy, and suddenly you learn he needs a beast hunter to help track down a monster.
Fine. I probably should stick to professionals anyway, given what happened the last time.
We're also giving you the option to customize your build even further by letting you pick up to 3 traits. Traits are
Tiene que ser
completely
posible que
optional,
usted
and
encuentre
they come with their
mercenarios
own
de razas
advantages and
inteligentes. En
disadvantages.
Mass Effect había
You could
otras
choose to
razas
meet your
que
biggest
usted
fan.
que dispararle solo porque simplemente siempre eran consideradas enemigos.
Sí, ahí tiene que haber algún momento, no,
He'll
tiene que
join
encontrar
your
una
crew,
raza diferente
and
que
he'll
pelear.
be
Habría una, por
if
ejemplo,
you
una
want to
raza
put up
como
with
de
his
más con
constant
cara de
commentary.
lagartija, una raza de droides que parecían perrillos, no sé.
Es un machillo,
Have every molecule.
My favorite trait is kid stuff. You have to pay some credits to support your parents, but they're very sweet and it's really fun to go visit them.
Honey, we got ourselves a visitor.
Oh my god!
I came across some hostile zealots in space, but because I had chosen a trait that made me the same religion as them, I was able to get by without any issues.
Gente
There's
contando
another
la
great
experiencia
one
que
that gives
tuvieron
you a damage buff when your health is low, but
relacionada
mercenaries
con
will
la vida
randomly
real
show
de
up
ellos,
and
de
try
la
to kill you.
religión.
No matter what you choose, there will be plenty of ways for you to tell your story.
Todavía eso es
And if you want to
muy
redeem the
Fallout ahí,
trait,
man.
there are ways to do that too.
What a view! It's a feast for the eyes. Off we go to another adventure.
Oh, qué buen juego, man.
We'll let you discover that on your own.
Yo quiero jugarlo, man. Y en Bethesda. Y en Xbox.
Once you've built the perfect character, that's when your journey can really begin. We took what we loved about skills and perks from our previous games and put them together to create an all-new skill system. Each time you level up, you get a skill point, which can be used to unlock or rank up skills.
En pulpo, man. Un
Ranks are
desierto.
unlocked by completing challenges associated with that skill.
Triple A. Es un mega triple A.
Challenges become increasingly difficult as you work your way to higher ranks.
Gothic, porque es Gothic, a ver, man.
With our 5 different skill trees and 4 ranks per skill, there's a lot to choose from.
Es muy Fallout.
I like the xenosociology skill because it lets you mind control aliens.
Controla,
Es una
Boost
mantis.
back out of the gate. I'm boost back in everywhere.
Hay tantas
un
formas de
upgrade,
jugar.
un upgrade que usted puede hacer es
I like maxing out my
controlar
physical
animales.
tree so I can get neuro strikes
Yeah,
and just
neuro
punch my
strikes.
way through combat.
Pegar un pinchazo que mata a la gente, man. Oh,
That one's a lot of fun.
es un upgrade.
Invest in the skills that suit your playstyle.
I'm very much a stealth player. So, I'm out there.
Ella es una jugadora de stealth.
Favorite part about being stealthy?
Sigilosa, así. Sí, puro. Splinter Cell.
Jumping out and swinging on people?
Whenever possible, I like to talk my way through situations.
This area's off limits.
A él le gusta hablar
Fine,
para
I'll issue
pasar
you an access card.
los
I'm
problemas.
more of a
Entonces,
run and gun player.
tener un estilo social.
Qué buen
Like
gameplay.
from a Death
Este
from
otro le
Above
gusta
thing
llegar
where I boost back over
Tratar de
guys
matar a
and
todo el
throw
mundo.
landmines
Vea
at
qué
'em.
cool es esa. Ma, este es un triple A de GOTY del año. No hay duda, ma.
I like blowing stuff up. Exploration is a key aspect of all our games. In Starfield, there are full star systems with new life, resources, and adventures. Our team worked hard to strike a balance between fun and realism. We studied data from NASA and a multitude of other sources to help us make the world feel believable. From the way we approach planetary atmospheres to the way we place biomes based on the planet's distance from the sun. Once we had created a grounded world, we could start looking at all the things that make that world fun. When you leave a planet and head into space, you'll be navigating asteroid fields, having chance meetings with interesting strangers, dogfighting in space, and exploring derelict ships.
Se pueden meter en las naves a explorarlas y ver qué hay adentro, recoger
It's
recursos.
all out there. Ultimately, it's about rewarding your curiosity, because whether it's on the surface of a planet, the alleys of a city, or the vastness of space, you never know what you'll find.
Space exploration is possible thanks to your ship. Your ship is almost like having another character or home you can make all your own. I think you'll be
La nave es
blown
otro
away by
carácter.
the amount of stuff you can do. You can buy a ship.
I'm sure you can find something you like.
Customize and upgrade that ship.
Puede comprarla, customizarla.
And hire a crew to keep it up and running. And it all starts in spaceports. Every spaceport has a ship technician where you can purchase, sell, and modify ships.
Anything I can help you with?
Cada lugar para poder
Maybe you start off with a
mejorar la
speedy
nave,
fighter that's perfect for bounty
descansar,
hunting.
poder
Then you might round out your ship roster with a hulking
usar
space freighter to run
combustible,
cargo missions,
hacer todo
or
el
even do a
montón de
little
cosas que hay que hacer,
smuggling.
seguro.
For now, though, we're going to take our starting ship, the Frontier, and make some changes. You can customize and upgrade everything you see here. And you have two ways to do that. You can quickly upgrade individual systems like your weapons or shields, or you can deep dive and enter the shipbuilder mode. Here you can change anything, from the systems to the look and layout. Adding a new habitat module can give you more room for crew. Adding cowling can change your ship's overall silhouette. An improved grav drive allows for longer distance space jumps. You can even fully customize your paint job to get the exact look you want. The parts you choose to build with don't just affect your ship's stats. They'll also affect what you can do inside your ship. You can have modules for crafting, or for storing and displaying your weapons. Starfield's in-game ship manufacturers bring their own look and feel to every piece of your ship. From living quarters to cargo holds, mess halls, and control rooms. Our modified Frontier is a practical ship, but with a little creativity, your ship can look like almost anything you want.
It's a bit odd, but one of my favorite ways of customizing ships is I make them look like animals.
Hacerse como animales.
The HMS Platypus,
Muy,
as
muy
I
Star
called it,
Wars like.
where it had a giant tail to it. And we've done spiders, we've done mechs. So it's really whatever your imagination is.
Wow.
And while you can build your home among the stars the way you want to, you're probably not the only person who will call your ship home.
Los colores parecían coincidir, no sé.
Ready to lift off when you are, Captain.
Engines ready.
The Frontier is fueled and ready, Captain.
Some of the members of Constellation can join you on your journey. These companions can serve on your crew, and they'll always be there when you travel.
We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry.
Each companion comes with their own valuable skills for your ships and outposts, as well as unique quest lines. Eventually, some friendships might blossom into romance.
I don't know that I've ever really loved anyone except you.
And if you're looking for a little extra help on your ship, you can always hire additional crew at spaceports.
Got any room on your ship for someone like me?
Usted se hace un equipo grande,
You'll also need
cuando usted hace
potential
una
crew
misión se
members
lleva
out on
dos, se
board.
lleva tres, no
Still
sé.
think there might be a spot for me on your ship? I gotta get off this rock.
Assign crew to your ship or outposts, and their unique skills will affect how they run. And just like companions, most crew members can lend a hand in the field. Take Bosco, for instance.
He's designed around the core basics of a NASA machine.
Please avoid getting shot. You might die.
I still want to give it almost a humanoid personality, so I elongated the limbs. This tends to make him feel more human-like and give him a little personality.
It is a shame exploration requires so much bloodshed.
Va a ser un personaje.
Using the shipbuilding tools and crew selection features in Starfield, you'll be able to build and captain the ship of your dreams. And now, let's take to the sky.
Esa es la nave que usted puede hacerla como quiera.
De la forma que usted quiera y la tripulación que usted quiera y vámonos. A dar espacio.
We're putting you in the cockpit of your very own spaceship and telling you that you can do pretty much anything. And that is really cool for us as developers. Spaceflight should be exciting and dangerous. And you should feel like you're in complete control every step of the
espacial
way.
debe ser excitante y peligroso.
We've extended that sense of control to ship combat. It's not about just hitting your triggers to fire your weapons. It's a complex dance between your piloting skills and our power allocation system. Boosting power to your engines will make your ship faster.
Exacto, motor para jugar
Powering up the
tipo de nave
ground
espacial,
cars will
controles de
shorten
nave
the amount of
espacial.
time it takes before you can make a jump. And moving your power to your weapons and shields means you're ready for a fight.
Okay.
You should always be on your toes because you're not alone out there.
Es que mover el poder de la nave a cierto sector, como las armas, le da más poder de disparo y otras al motor para pasarse a otra dimensión, o no sé, viajar a velocidad de la luz.
Unlocking the targeting control system skill will allow you to zero in on specific subsystems of the ship you target.
Se ve la barra, como se le acaba, cuando le va disparando.
Qué bueno.
Se ve la barra.
Todos los controles.
After destroying an enemy ship, you can loot the remains from your cockpit. You can always turn any ship that engages you into scrap. But you can also take a more personal approach by docking with the enemy vessel and boarding their ship.
Oh. Se puede abordar y ir directamente a pelear con ellos.
Ah, qué cool, man. O destruir la nave.
Once you've taken control of an enemy ship, it's yours. Add it to your fleet and retrieve it at any spaceport.
But space is way more than fighting for your life.
Es mucho más de solo estar peleando.
Just like when you're planetside, there are plenty of sights to see and stops to make on the way to your next adventure. Like these massive star yards.
Van a haber aventuras masivas.
Walk the halls, talk to the crew, maybe get talked into buying a whole new ship.
A civilian in my star yard. Let's see about getting a proper ship. One worthy of you.
Maybe you'll dock with a gigantic battleship, like the UC Vigilance.
Tal vez uno se parquee en una nave grande y entre y conozca a la gente que vive adentro y todo eso. Muchas posibilidades.
Fit for the stars. There are plenty of personal encounters to be had as well. You can hail any ship you come across to trade,
muchos encuentros personales.
Or maybe even commit an act of piracy.
Let's do this.
When I'm playing, I generally go crazy. I definitely go like the more piracy routes. I want to take over ships. I'm going to board ships. I'm like, this is now mine. I steal all the sandwiches and put them, in my cargo hold that I have specifically for sandwiches. I don't want to play the hero, but I want to go out and just start taking things from people as quickly as possible.
Some strangers might be looking for a little human connection in the darkness of space.
Hello, stranger. I just finished cooking up some food. If you want to come on over, just pop on by.
Some of the best moments are the ones you discover on your own.
Será el multiplayer.
The thing I love most about Starfield is that it is a Bethesda game through and through. It's really about going to strange new places, meeting interesting people, and getting sidetracked on zany adventures. Then, realizing 2 hours later that you're involved in a completely new story.
You're human. We thought we were the only ones to leave Earth.
That DNA is so present here. It's in our random encounters, it's in our handcrafted quests. And it feels so cool to play it and just make your own path in this universe. There are over 1,000 planets out there.
Ahí se ve muy Mass Effect. Pero eso hay más cool todavía, wow.
We want you to feel like explorers.
Hay animaciones más interesantes para cada planeta, ¿no?
Exploring every inch of a mostly untouched galaxy. We want you to feel hopeful. We want you to feel this sense of awe and wonder. And sometimes
quieren hacernos sentir el sentimiento de estar en la grandeza del espacio.
And a ton of toys, and just setting you free.
Hey everybody, we've shown you so much stuff, but we thought we'd just take a little break and show you something a little bit different. We put so much detail into our game worlds, and we love the opportunity to bring that into the real world with our collector's editions. And for this game, we've got a watch. It is the Constellation Explorer's Watch. This is the watch that you actually get in the game that acts as part of your HUD, where it's the compass and then environmental information. It connects to your phone to give you notifications and other information, and we've also designed this really cool case that it comes with, Istvan.
Ooh, you got the case.
Yeah, we really took as much care in designing this case as we did to watch. Our attention to detail in the game totally translates to this. Inspired by the cases that the astronauts used during the Apollo era to bring back samples from the moon. It's got an intricate locking mechanism, authentic, heavy, comes with a Constellation patch, NATO strap, and the overall functionality and believability of this as something that would exist in the world, in the Starfield universe.
Oh, and hey, take this. Your phone's very useful out there, and it even tells the time.
We actually have something else. Now that we're part of Xbox, we get to work with the amazing people on the Xbox hardware team, and together we've created this custom limited edition Starfield controller. It's awesome. It is now, our favorite controller.
We love this because it's inspired by the actual controls of your spaceship. And not only that, we've created the first ever custom headset with Xbox. And this is a perfect pairing with that controller.
Gallogamer de Costa Rica. Con ese mando vamos a jugar el juego. Esas orejeras. Bethesda, Starfield, Xbox. Sí, vamos por ese Gotti.
A ver, las primeras semanas cuando salga este juego va a haber mucho que hablar.
Care into all those little details that breathe life into our worlds. But Starfield isn't just a Bethesda Game Studios world, it's a Bethesda Game Studios galaxy. So why go this big with Starfield? Because we want to give you freedom on a galactic level.
Wow.
The freedom to experience both the exciting planets and the quiet ones. Scanning a planet before you land is a great way to get a sneak peek at the available resources you can use for crafting, building, and customizing. I think what's cool about this whole system that we generate the planet itself as a procedural content, but the handcrafted content itself comes as the player explores. Our system builds the planet as the player approaches it. We stitch together a block of terrain. After that, we have the system that adds interesting locations for the player to explore, creatures to encounter, ore and plants to pick up. It allows us to add that touch of environmental storytelling that Bethesda is known for.
Aggressive creatures have been disrupting our experiments. Their habitat isn't far from here. If you could take care of them for us, we would be in your debt.
So even if your friends were to visit the same planet that you would have a different story to tell.
Puro gameplay real. Ahora sí. ¿Quieren gameplay?
Bueno,
aquí
sí.
Hay gameplay.
Gameplay sin comentarios. Muy bueno. Oh, ups, qué bien. Sí, la forma de pasar las armas es con la cruceta, muy bien. El pichazo de Halo, man.
It's completely up to you how you want to interact with each planet. Whether you want to explore and see what you can find, harvest resources and be on your way, or simply take in the views. With the help of your scanner, you'll chart the uncharted and discover exotic wildlife. If you have the skills, you can even figure out that certain creatures and plants, you can build an outpost and produce resources from those plants and animals. You can get experience and rewards for fully surveying planets and fully surveying a whole system.
Parte de toda la hora, el sistema de juego.
When we were concepting these creatures, we really wanted to think of them as natural to the environment. We didn't want alien monsters, we wanted native wildlife. Something you've never seen before. When it comes to our exteriors, when the sun moves, all that light is calculated in real time through the atmosphere.
Wow.
Our biggest goal for lighting with Starfield was to make the game feel more filmic, to use lighting and color to really make it feel more cinematic.
De hacer la luz y el color para que el juego sea más cinemático. Beautiful. Hermoso, hermoso.
After some exploring, you can find a spot to set up a base camp.
Puedes construir
Outposts
una base
can be built almost anywhere on any planet. And the habitat modules come in all shapes and
Fallout 4
sizes,
también, usted puede construir bases en cualquier parte, así, un sistema muy interesante
and companions to work at your outposts for added bonuses and set up extractors to harvest resources while you're away.
Something cool we have this time is we have a new fly cam where you can toggle between on-foot building, or you can now use a top-down isometric camera, which helps plan out larger parts of the outpost and placing those larger halves. So that way you can really plan your structures and what the overall feel of your outpost is. And then when you're on your feet, you can really decorate and fine-tune things much easier.
ese planeta,
No,
me
como
gustó
usted
ese
quiere
lugar,
hacerlo,
y me hago mi casa ahí bella, más la decoración. Hacemos un jardín botánico entre una casa.
Sí, eso requiere un poquito de paciencia, pero se hace, se hace.
Add crafting and research stations in your outpost to utilize any resources you find or already have. Mod your weapons to adapt them to your playstyle. Different weapon sights and scopes, larger magazines, a selection of grips and barrels, different ammunition like explosive rounds. All you stealth players out there will surely need a suppressor. You can also choose to go hands-on with melee weapons.
I think it's always a delicate balance between like what's realistic, what's sim, and what's Hollywood. And I think we sort of err on the side of like what's fun for the player.
Hay que balancear todo el shooting que sea realista, pero también hollywoodense.
It's more dynamic, the animations are more fluid. It just feels great.
We probably have more mods and more weapons in this game.
Qué montón de armas, vea.
A lot of variety.
Escopetas. Vea, lanzagranadas, sniper, light machine guns.
Pay attention to when engaging in combat.
Sniper.
You may need to switch things up based on your environment.
Una mira, me parece una mira.
Gravity is different for each planet, and boost packs are excellent for getting around. And for giving you an edge in combat.
Jetpack.
Sometimes you'll even feel like you're flying. Zero gravity environments pose a different challenge. Firing a ballistic weapon in zero G will actually push you backwards.
Disparar te hace tira para atrás.
Offer a more stable shooting experience. We also have mag weapons. These are high-powered electromagnetic induction ballistic arrays. Each barrel has its own targeting laser and can dish out some serious damage. Whether you want to get up close and personal with your own two fists, or you like more compact weapons like pistols and submachine guns, or maybe you prefer something bigger.
Hay para todos, dice, desde los puños hasta las armas pesadas, todo.
Starfield's got you covered.
Me está gustando mucho lo que veo. Tipo revólver futurista, excelente. Ya el montón que puede llevar. Un sartalma como el Cyberpunk. Ya, en primera persona. En tercera, eso es increíble.
Es Gotti ese juego, man. Definitivamente es el Gotti.
Wow, qué arma. Wow, escopeta, man. Se me andía volando. Todo pinta muy bien, güey. Un poder especial.
Thanks again for being with us today. We are just so grateful that you've taken the time and spent it here. I know there was probably a lot to take in. There's a lot to the game, even more than we could show here. You know, as we play it, we're always sharing these unique and special moments that only a game like this can bring. When I think about what makes it special, it really is the people here. This game is a reflection of the incredible and passionate team that made it. All of them putting something special of themselves into it. So let's hear some of their favorite moments.
I love the way that our final combination of all the new tech has come together to create some of the most beautiful sunsets and sunrises we've ever had in any of our games.
Wow.
I love the creatures, the exploration, every biome is different. The word that comes to mind is vast.
I like to use our photo mode to take rock star photos.
I just love that constant feel of discovery. And wow, I can't believe that there's more here.
I'm most excited about our outpost building systems.
My favorite part is every time you step out on a planet, it's a unique experience.
Cada planeta es una experiencia única.
And you see it on the landing pad. These things are gigantic. It's the kind of thing you just can't get anywhere else.
There's something about seeing a tower over in the distance and going, I know the gravity's low here. I think I can make that jump.
My favorite part is biomes, spaceships, audio design, planets, the day-night cycle.
Those details matter to me.
Diplomacy, exploration, freedom, the ending.
Pura crema, man. Pura crema.
The incredible amount of worlds we created. Sniper rifles, come on. Lever action, rocket launcher, brain sprout.
Se me abre metalero.
I love it. Some people might find creepy. No, it's right, Bam.
The thing that I enjoy most about the game is the freedom to be who you want to be, do what you want to do. It's what you've come to expect from a Bethesda title, but on a much bigger scale.
On behalf of all of us, we can't wait for you to play Starfield and make your own special moments.
Wow. Se me seduce mucho los
Starfield, qué increíble. Este es el gameplay más grande que he visto en toda la historia, man.
Entonces el 9 de junio, ¿cómo es?
Septiembre.
Ah, ok, septiembre. Bueno, ma, ya tiene que jugar en temporada super baja, ma. Septiembre, ma. Qué bueno, loco.
No, el 6 de septiembre, eso es una vuelta de la esquina, ma. Es increíble este juego que va a jugar.
Ya junio se fue, después julio, agosto y listo, ma.
6 de septiembre. Fable.
Eso es como la despedida.
Flight Simulator. Power. Overwatch. Sea of Thieves. Ahora el número, el cuarto.
Starfield. El Flight Simulator, va a volar esos Warthogs. Va a ser increíble, man.
A fuego, a Power por Senua, Forza Motorsport, Clone Wars Revolution, Fable, South Night, Sea of Thieves, Fallout, Payday, The Crown, Cyberpunk.
Mira,
pues. Xbox, Game Pass. Bien,
Persona 3.
Bien, sí. Y esto es solo el comienzo, porque todavía les queda más. Falta un montón de juegos. Queda cantidad de juegos. Y si este año estuvo bueno, espérense en el otro. Va a ser masivo, ultra. Este es solo el comienzo, la nueva era de Xbox.
Muy bueno, dama, sí.
Diga, Saúl, ¿qué le pareció el evento? Díganlo.
Sí, sí, deja que se vea mal el de Sony, ¿eh? Que dejó mucho que desear, ¿verdad? Dejó mucho
completamente cacheteó Sony en todos los sentidos, grande, de todo, y eso es el comienzo.
Muy sólido, muy
fuerte, y faltó
fuerte, más. Muchos títulos, mucho Bastante información sólida, me pareció muy bueno.
Y si el otro año presentan a Bethesda con Activision Blizzard King más los Xbox Game Studios, va a ser entonces algo bestial, algo alucinante. Imagínense, eso es solo el comienzo de la nueva era de Xbox. Pura vida a todos. Gracias a los suscriptores, el público en general, a Saúl y al Gallogamercr, el gallo de Costa Rica. Síganme en mi canal secundario. Pura vida a todos.